All right, all right, all right. Shalom, shalom, and shalom, Sister Deborah. Coming this evening before I go into my Sabbath, I wanted to bring a few uh, things out. I want to talk about what I've talked about several times, but I'm going to kind of clamber on top of some things. Um, and the things that I'm going to clamber on top
What I've talked about several times, but I'm
pretty
going to
much
kind of
what
clamber on top of some
many of
things.
you all might not be able to
I'm
comprehend.
going to clamber on top what I've talked about several times, but I'm
Pretty
pretty much
much
what
what is this?
many of you all
1 minute.
might not be able to comprehend.
This is crazy. I'm doing this here so that I could be able to actually see what's going on. Uh, Let me close out some things. Sister Deborah is coming to talk about several things. Matter of fact, uh, things. Ooh, this is really cutting up. Let me close this whole page. And guess what? It's not going to even allow me to. Isn't that crazy? See, that's top. Let me go down here and see if this will allow me. Yeah, I think this will allow me to close out some things. And it's trying to get me to. Wow, it's not allowing me to. Okay, let's do this. Yes, Sister Deborah is coming and she's going to uh, she's going to she's going to talk about several things. Okay, and I'm going to just kind of say some things, even though I had a wonderful lesson planned, but I had to run some errands with my youngest daughter. She got off from work and she needed me to run her a few places, and I did so. But I wanted to come back in time before Sabbath to bring forth some information that I have withheld. I kept it to myself. I kept it on the low. Okay. Um, a lot of you all have no idea what is the purpose of the technology and the things in which they are creating. And I'm not saying they are creating; they have created. A lot of people look at it and says technology is advanced, technology is this. But I want to explain to you all what is going to happen. AI is not coming in to do what 100, no, I said 99.9 believe that it is. Even those who create it have no idea of what it's really for. Okay. Um, they have created it not really knowing the truth behind what they created, nor the power behind it, and how it's going to. It plays a big role in the end days, a real big role. And I'm going to give that to you all today. And I have held that back. I have held it back, and I'm not ashamed of it. But uh, because so many people, especially people who think that every time the world moves up a level, they have to move up the notch that the world is moving in, even though they said they are awakening or they are um, updated with what's going on, and like as if nothing can really cross them. But guess what? Something has. And honestly, I really didn't want to even say anything about it. I was going to keep it to myself. AI is exactly what you don't know that it is. Okay, you hear everybody talking about how advanced it is, and it's all knowing, and this. But what you all don't and didn't understand, the purpose of why it was created. Okay, when you think something is created for one reason, don't play with these elites and try to portray that you know what's in their right hand and in their left hand, because you don't know neither nor. You don't know what they got in their right hand. You don't know what they got in their left hand. Because if you knew, you know by now you're not awakened. Okay? Because of what they got planned is for you to be exactly where you at. Oh, yes. They got you right where they need you. Okay? And AI is not a successful thing. AI is not something that's smart, but because they so good at, the elites is so perfect at manipulating a nation of people, okay, a country, the four corners. They're so well at it. And you know what? To me, they're not that smart. They're not that smart. Yes, are they getting some help from the darkness? Yes, they are. But let me tell you what, AI is not smart at all. Just like everything else, you have given these things in which they have created everything. They even a pharmaceutical. They put this stuff to kill you, and you have given it the power to do so. You see what I'm saying? They are robbing you on every corner of each and every individual, and you have not a word nor a blink eye regarding what they're doing. This, do you know that that's how darkness gains its power? When it is silent, no one says anything. You know how you bring the light out of the darkness? See, the darkness so used to everybody, especially United States of America. I don't care who you are. It has strengthened darkness to be as powerful as it is. You see? This is how darkness has reached that level of where it's at, where it been, and where it's trying to go. It's because people in this country and on the four corners in other countries have given it the power, because the role in which people play in darkness and how they embed in it, they participate in it, they make it all right, like AI pulling up, and you don't hear nobody in this country really expounding, taking these platforms and really joining with each other, saying, wait a minute, y'all, this AI. No. Guess what they all doing now? I'm gonna make me some money through this AI. Everybody's trying to get a piece of the pie, and don't have no idea AI is the pie itself finna get a piece of your tail. How about that? How about that? Because AI is not smart at all. AI about like or about like you are dumb. Because even it is being used. So every one of you all who think that you're going to gain and you're going to prosper and you're going to move to a higher level of technology, you're going to come to a level where you're going to be more wise, and you're going to be more smart, and you're going to master, you're going to play in AI. AI don't even get the sense enough to tell you really what it was created for. If you pull up AI and AI told you, people who are in it, I'm not in it. You pull it up and you ask AI, what was you really, AI, why were you created? If AI don't say what I say and the reason why it was created, that shows you that AI is dumb. Let's say that again. How many could go to AI, who plays in AI 24/24, and ask AI, why were you created, AI? What was your purpose? If AI don't say what I'm about to say to you all, then AI is the dumbest technology they came up with. But I got to give them the credit for it. Because even though it's the dumbest technology that they came up with, it's really not the AI, but what they're going to use AI for makes it smart. It makes it real smart to me, not to you now. It don't make it smart to you because you're too ignorant to know what's going on. I've been holding this back, and I'm just going to go on and say it. AI is only here to bring everything down. How is that, Deborah? Okay. Let's say, for instance, I don't know if y'all ever watched, let's say Godzilla. You know how the country's in a situation and other situations where maybe there's a monster, okay? And the country is just overwhelmed by it because it's destroying the country, right? So what do? Let's say they create Godzilla to destroy the monster that's destroying them, right? But what y'all did not know, I don't know if they're gonna allow this to come in. They might, let me see. They haven't started on me yet. They normally start telling me they're gonna be investigating my page. I don't care. I don't give a rat's behind what you investigate. So make sure you jot that down. So AI is like Godzilla coming to save, giving you the impression that he's coming to save the United States in other countries. No, AI is greater than depopulation. The whole idea of COVID, it's greater than that, what they're using it for. It ain't that AI is smart. AI is coming to bring the whole system down because they got another system coming up. You see? So AI is going to be used to bring the whole system down. And when AI bring the whole system down, AI falls down too. AI shall and will be destroyed. After, and only after, it has destroyed everything that's going on with you, that's in the system. You think they let AI be over Google, Microsoft, your banks, your Social Security, your retirement? You think really AI is all over the place to rule all that for nothing? Y'all stupid. You know why I say you're stupid? Look up the word stupid in your study guide, the King James Bible. Look up stupid, and then it'll best define to you what it means. AI is coming to be that Godzilla that they thinking that's gonna come and save United States of America. But what Godzilla gonna do is get his tail whooped and fall with the country. That's what AI is come to do. AI was created to bring y'all tails down. It's no way, people. When Donald Trump got in there, you notice Elon Musk and many others was going into all the systems of this country. Every system, from banks to welfare to Social Security to IRS, they was every system in this country. They were setting it up so AI can move smoothly into it. Now AI is in it. And you got your stupid tails out there playing in AI. You see how stupid? Don't even understand what you're playing in. If you ever have ever seen a Ouija board, go on and tell them, Deborah. Tell them where they at. You ever understand a Ouija board? You ever understand what voodoo is? Well, that's what you're playing in. How about that? The highest level voodoo on the face of the earth. That's what you're playing in. AI was only created to bring the system down. And who's locked in the system? You think them billionaires are locked in the system? You think the elites are locked in the system? No, your butt locked in the system. So play on with AI. You be the first one to go down. Because AI going down too. And guess what it's going to be able to do? AI is going to, when it falls, it's going to be able to justify, clarify. They're going to be the elites and this country who rules it. They're going to be able to justify, clarify, and identify AI had a failure. It went down. There was a gleek. Something went wrong. That's how easy they're going to have you. That's how, to me, that's real smooth. That's real smooth. Donald Trump got in there and all of his little crew went into every system in this country. Made sure it was set up so AI could easily go in. AI is like a snake going in through the computer. You remember that movie called Matrix? Did you see those things that was going into Matrix, those snakes into the system? That's what all, there you go. You see that those snakes was all going into the system in Matrix, and how it was getting into their system. And when it got into their system, bam, their whole system what? Crashed. Well, that's what AI is coming to do. Now, let me stop. That's what AI is here to do. You like AI so much, play with it. Because not only is it going to destroy you, what you got, what you thought you had, what you think you're going to get, it's going to destroy your mental state of mind. Oh, yeah. Y'all didn't know that? Let somebody take your money. Let somebody take your house. Let somebody stop your food and your water. You watch how your mental state going to be out there trying to kill, steal, and destroy everybody you see. They know how it works. The elites already know how they're going to rumble. That's their final thing for this country. And they'll tell you Digico, just want you to think Digico is going to be a different system in the one world government. And it's the system, that's the system that's going to take over AI. Because AI go, bam, break everything you got down. Because they didn't put it over every platform out here. They didn't put AI over. Everything, even if you got your own business, guess who's over it? AI. See, you didn't know that's what Elon Musk and all of them was doing. You thought he was going in talking about, they was in the IRS and in Social Security, they paid dead people money and they found a lot of money that was stolen. They were lying to y'all. But that's all you want. That's all y'all want is a lie. So when the father said, Deborah, but this need be, I'm going to say, so they want a lie. What do you think? Yes, they do want the lie. They ain't listening to you for the truth. So what do you think they want? They want the lie. Because the lie won't them. How about that? How about that? So therefore, this is the way people are living on it. What is because the lie won't them? How about that? How about that? So therefore, this is the way people are living on it. What is because the lie won't them? How about that? How about that? So therefore, what is So there you go. So this is what I'm saying. I've been holding that for about 2 weeks. Because I'm like to the Father, if they don't want truth, I guess it's like you said, let them eat the lie. And all today, all yesterday, pretty much all this week, all I could think about, and it's sorrow. It's sorrow. Because the more he enlightened me on the reality of what is actually taking place right now, the more I see that the people are far from anything that's going to deliver them. They are so far from anything. AI is going to fall just like you are. Okay? Okay? AI is not the one world system. Okay? It's just coming to what AI is here to do is to take your money, take everything you got, your food, your medicine, your everything. AI is coming to mess up the whole system. So when you go to Walgreens or CVS to get your medication, you won't get it because AI is going to mess up the whole system. See, you don't get it, do you? See, that overrides COVID because this is a way you can affect everybody and won't be blamed. Because we can say we put that system in there, but it's a glitch. It something happened. Somebody hacked it. Somebody did. See how they gonna get away with it? And when that happens, you're gonna think every ear that hears what I'm saying, you're gonna think about me saying this to you. Because that's the whole ideal of AI. AI ain't nothing. It wasn't nothing, it ain't nothing, it ain't gonna be nothing. So while you playing in the dog's yard where they crap, while you down there picking up the dog maneuver, they trying to figure a way they can pick up everything that belong to you and cause it to fall. A lot of people will think I'm crazy when I tell them, get ready to lose. Oh no, they think they're too high up to come down. But they don't understand. You're the main one, the Most High gonna let come down. Because the only way you're gonna see him is when he bring you down. Because you ain't gonna see him while you up. He got to bring you down. And if he don't bring you down, guess what? He don't care if you see him or not. Your tail still coming down with everybody else. How about that? How about that? How about that? So that's what AI is about. Everything they are doing is about setting up the people in this country. Look at how they come talking about Donald Trump and Iran. Donald Trump and Iran is playing the game on y'all. But the Father said, these things need me. I'm like, I get it now. I understand it now. People in this country, I told y'all in the last 2 weeks the way I'm feeling about people in this country, they need to get this stuff need to happen to them. It need be. That's what he says to me all the time. Father, they doing this, Deborah. These things need be. Because the people in this country are so sick and wicked and evil at its highest. They don't want nothing but what is evil and what is unrighteous and unjust. So everything that's coming, not coming, that's here, is here to bring them down. But the only thing about it, your butt ain't gonna get up. You ain't gonna get up. Now just imagine the Father says that the time would come when his word, you're gonna be running your tail around. Why are you running? Wait a minute, Father, y'all. Why are they running around looking for the word? Why are they going to and fro? What's wrong with the people? Why are they moving all over the place trying to get a word? For what? The chaos gonna be on your back. The monkey gonna be on your door back. That's why you're looking for a right now word. You're looking for the word. As well as the north, he said, in the east, they're going to be looking for the word. And then he said, even through the sea to sea, they're going to be looking for the word. I love that. You know why? He got it to the point where the word is going to be searched out and he ain't going to be there to answer you. You think it ain't? Let me cut this off of here. You think that ain't the part of what I'm telling you about AI? Hold on just a little while longer and you get it. See, That's why people probably didn't know what I mean when I say they're going to take your homes, and that day is what I'm beholding. Because I know that the only way y'all going to get me out of here, either I'm going to have to sleep, and that's okay, mean die in the flesh, or either I'm going to have to endure and go over there to Mount Zion until I get there where he can do what he's going to do. You see? But I'm going to see the tribulation because the tribulation see me like it see you. You running around here. Nobody is doing anything. That's my level of in the wilderness. I'm seeing. I'm not a dead prophet. I'm a living seeing. I'm here with you all, telling you what is the reality of what's going on. And you all don't have the ear to hear, nor the eye to see what is even before you. Say if you don't know it's spirit and truth, you can't even see it in the natural, what's going on. So AI is only coming to be the bullet to tear down this system that holds your bank, your money, that holds your mortgage, that holds your medication, okay? That holds your job, that holds everything that's detached to you. This is what the AI is coming to do. Microsoft, all the platforms, every phone you have, every laptop, everything been turned over to AI. All AI has to do is blink an eye, and the whole system is wiped. Planes ain't gonna even be able to fly. You see what I'm saying, y'all? Just imagine. That's bigger than COVID. You know why? There's gonna be more lives lost. See, because what I see is the Father had already gave enough warning for people to be right with him. And I'm grateful that it's going to be a time where he ain't going to be nowhere for nobody to go running, chasing after. You just going to be out there. You didn't listen to him then. It's just like in the days of Noah. You think them people didn't go running to the ark when it started to rain? Sure they did, but it was too late. Same thing. That's exactly how it's going to be. But it's going to be more people trying to run in the church house, looking for somebody to tell them a word from Yah. So when you look at me all cockeyed on here, let me tell you one thing. You better look hard. And I mean real hard until he give you the eyes to see and the ear to hear. Because your eyes going to be cocked. Come this time, your eyes going to be cocked over each other. Because let me explain something. When I sat back and I realized that I almost got 3,000 videos on this devil platform. And I have had people following me and felt the need to continue to follow and wouldn't give not a penny support. Is it about money? You're going to wish it was when he take yours. You're going to wish for all I give you, you ain't going to have nothing to give him. Because you didn't know he didn't measure what you had. He measures your heart. And if the heart is not even a cheerful giver and a willingly giver, why he have it, he don't want it when you don't have it. See, he has to tear it down to let everybody see really where they at. Because right now, everybody on cloud nine. They on cloud nine. And I'm down here in the wilderness trying to figure out, Father, do they know this? No, they don't. But leave it alone. These things need be. They sitting here playing on AI. You got a lot of even Judah men. Oh, how we gonna make money on AI? We can do this, take advantage of it. You got what's his name? That little X guy. I forgot his name. Ben X. Sit your tails down. All of those Islam or Muslim from Farrakhan, every last one of your tails need to sit down. Y'all don't serve the Most High, y'all. Sit y'all tails down. Roman Catholics and the Jesuits and the fake Jews and the Europeans made your religion. You got your stupid tail sitting up in it. Sitting here playing with it, and all of them playing with AI. When we need to get into AI, do this and do this so we can make money, we can beat them at their game. Baby, they done beat you at your game, your mama game, your daddy game, your granddaddy game, and on down. 400 and some years, your tail been beat down. You'll think by now y'all will wake up. And that's the problem I be having. I be from Father, but there's so much didn't happen. There's so much went on, Father. What happened and why they... Deborah, these things need to be. Leave them right where they at. This way, they got to feel this thing. They got to feel this thing. I said, if they ever have to feel it like I'm feeling, he said, but you don't forget, you long suffering, you enduring. That's in the spirit realm. See, you ain't got sense enough to realize that. They want to see something. When we just wait. When AI starts shutting, and it's going to start off probably in the schools. But we got to close our schools, and we have to find out a way we can redo things. That's how they're going to make you think. AI messed up something, and we need to get in here, and we need to get things redone, and so on and so on. But when they finish, they ain't going to never get it back together because that's the plan. AI cannot overstep the one world system, y'all. Y'all didn't know that? AI is just coming to bump. You know how I said they talk about eliminating the population? Beautiful way. Because people gonna kill themselves. AI shut down on them. That's it for them. Let them shut down they retirement, they pension, their disability. Let AI have a glitch. Don't you understand, y'all? Do you not understand that? Even the smartest computer intelligence, male and female, can't comprehend it. Why? Because it's coming from a deeper darkness, people. And that's how they did in Matrix. Those things that was trying to attack the system, did not it make it? Yes, it did. So that's all AI is for. It's not for you to go playing with it. It's not for you to think you're gonna make money like them sick Muslim Farrakhan people who came out of his darkness. You can't go playing with the world's game. You either of the world, in the world, of the world, or you either in the world and not of the world. Which one you want to rumble with? But if you in the world and of the world, you gone. The world gonna take you under, because that's the whole plan. I think it's. I tell you the truth. I think it's a pretty smart deal for them to build AI and then put it and make you think AI coming in here to help you. Let me ask AI this, and then every one of the people here in this country, yes, AI. They stay in. Lexus and all of those different machines that talk to you and on your phone asking questions and telling you, do you want me to do this on your car? You loved it so damn, don't you? You did. You loved it real good, didn't you? Love it when it takes its last step. See how much you love it then. Because all they have to do, y'all understand, all the elites has to do is say, oops, there's a glitch in AI. You think they got these robots bagged up under AI? You's a fool. But they got everything that you own bagged up by AI. When I found out that real ID was to put you in the system of AI. So AI can be able to know everywhere you're going. And that's the little spots that walks when you walk to the mall, wherever you're going. All of that, y'all thinking is they being smart. No. They smart to dumb people. And that's 99.9. That's how smart they are. to dumb people. I think about how the Father was saying that many people are going to be going to and fro. Many people from sea to sea. I'm like, wait a minute, they going to be crossing the sea to sea? For what? The word. They ain't going to find it. Because they didn't want the word when it was wanting them. So what makes you think you're going to overstep the boundaries? And when you want it, you think you're going to get it. We're in the end days. If you don't get your tail up and seek for that life, the light for your household, the light for you, because that's the only thing going to keep you in your right mind. So all this mess you run around here trying to get AI and trying to think that ain't nobody going to buy what I got. I know it. People, woo, they just is sick. I can just imagine the days of Noah. How the people, that mindset, to believe that they that smart and they were dumb all the time. So that's one thing I've been but I've been holding for the last 2 weeks. Because I'm starting to feel like the Father say, these things need be. Let them fall, just like the 9/11. They set that up. From the day I saw it, the first moment, I'm glued to the TV watching it. The first moment, I was at home. You know, the first thing they turned to was Bush. He was at a school with these little bitty babies reading books. His eyes told me the whole story. I said, this country done set this mess up. Did you think they care about how many people was in the Twin Tower? You think they get a rat's behind how many people was there in a Pentagon? You in the planes? When they go for what they go for, they go. So I don't know why y'all ain't got sisters to understand that's what AI come to do. To do the same thing, just like they did 9/11. They did it also 2008. 2008. They went into that system, said take all their homes. And the people in this country sat back with their racist and prejudiced tails and let every system that they put in to destroy, they stood around and allowed it. So this is how they were able to master AI to come in. You think Donald Trump gonna have to stand there and say, okay, we're gonna have the banks do this. You think he have to say, well, we're gonna cut down Social Security, or we're gonna stop disability, or we're gonna stop welfare, we're gonna stop food stamp? You think Donald Trump, you think the government system have to do that? For what? They got AI in the system. All he has to do is a glitch and it'll shut everything down. Even people's cars that they think that they in full control of. Those new cars that they building where they can stop. Yes. You see how messed up y'all are? But you followed them. You were embedded. You okayed them. You clap for them. You vote for them. You praise them. You exalt them. Now them finna do your tail up. And the Father is still gonna be high. And I'll be sitting here, I remember as a young girl, I used to ask the Father, why didn't you come to save the people so they wouldn't hang them on trees? Huh? I've been saying that since I think I was like 16. Still ain't came to deliver them from it. See, what y'all thinking is, y'all got the most high creator bent. You got them bent all up. I sit back and realize, so that was the purpose of me being on here 7 years. Because every word that I'm speaking is food for spirit. It's with the light. So when this time comes, these people who have eaten the food at the table of the Most High Yah, they'll have something to hold them still. and know that he is Yah. To where others ain't had no word. And he said they're going to be going sea to sea, from the north to the east, to and fro, seeking the word. Not the Bible, not the King James, not the King James 16. What about Enoch book? No, Deborah. What about King James 16, Father, y'all? No, Deborah. What about all the lost books? No, Deborah. They're going to be trying to seek what they should have been seeking from the beginning. The word. See, they thought these books and all the lost books and all the found books and the Enoch book and the Giants book, all the books they didn't find, they thought it was the word. They had no idea that the word was the Father. And how you get him, he lives in you. He leads and guides you. Not a book, but that's all they wanted. Just like they want everything in the world. They want everything. I sat back and used to try to understand why would people even take your money into a place to hold your money? For what? For what? It's a mental thing, y'all. I remember being so upset probably about 24, 25 years ago. I said, people, please, please don't go direct deposit. Please, please don't go direct deposit, because the moment you go, the system lock everybody else in. All they have to do is get a certain amount, and then everybody is now locked in. Everybody got to have it. So that's how AI pulled up. Now, everywhere you go in this country, everybody's talking about a way you can come and we'll train you how to do this on AI. AI is this and AI. And you know what? AI coming to destroy you. The best way it know how. Through the system. You think all them smart phones, and every time a new phone come out and new TV come out and you want to be smart TV, smart phone, smart computer, now he gonna smart your tail to smithereens. And all they gonna say, AI did it. And they got away with it. That's it. Y'all can't blame us. Your bank ain't existing. Y'all can't blame us. You don't get your retirement. Y'all can't blame us if you don't get no food stamps. Y'all can't blame us for nothing. AI did it. That's how they got y'all both broke down that bad. They got this country broke down just that bad. Got them thinking that AI, AI did it. That's all they got to say. Did y'all know that? That's all they have to say. It was a glitch in AI. There go your Google. There go your Microsoft. There go your internet. There go your YouTube. They got it made. They got it made. Once they have started the one world system and they set up over there in the Middle East, over there where Israel is at. Once they set that up, then you're going to start seeing and feeling what's actually taking place. But AI is going to be it, y'all. If you thought you saw something with COVID, which you did, you was too ignorant to realize it was what they was putting in you. I sat and I hollered for, it was 7 years. It was 4.5 years when it first came out. People, don't let them put that in your nose. Oh, it's a biochemical. Don't let them put it in your nose. Dang, Father, they let them put it in their nose. Father, yeah. All the time, it was the chemical. And right now, they're scanning the graves and magnetic of signs is being shown in the graveyard. Why? Those people that was put in the ground, they got the date they passed away. If they had the COVID shot, the whole rocket, yes, they did. I couldn't understand why everybody was letting them people dip that in their mouth and in their nose. Why were you letting that? When they sit here saying they getting something around to see if you got COVID, it was putting it in you. Oh, Father, God. But you know what I tell you? Let me show you how powerful the Most High is. He said you can drink poison and it shall not harm you. Woo! He talking about a people. He talking about a people. So those who have gotten COVID shots, that falls under that category. Now watch when you say that, everybody said, that's me. I know I'm in there. I know I'm in there. Then went and got you 6, 7 COVID shots, and now you just think you in there. It's a sad thing how people take on this world and abide by it. They live by it, they eat by it, they think by it, they feel by it, they act by it, they do everything by this world. I don't see where it says I'm in the word, but not of it. I don't see word of people that ain't of it. Because seems like everybody in it is of it. Everybody trying to find a way that they can use AI to benefit them and don't even understand you. Hold up, baby, it's going to benefit you. Hold up. Sister Deborah might not be here on YouTube when they come to when the glitch hit AI, because AI is dumb. And y'all ain't got sense enough to know that. Want me to tell you how I know? When I get to my phone and I'm doing my study, when I ask, not AI, but my phone, that's how I found out. The AI is now answering the questions over your phone now. That was not AI at first, people, but now it is. But guess what? What they got on there now, it's no need you asking it anything, because it's a liar. It is a stone cold liar. You see? So what I do is I go on here to my laptop and I say, okay, if I put something to look for in the KJV, and I put something up there, like I might say, let me say something. The moon should darken, the sun should darken, the stars should darken at a certain time. AI put it up there, telling you something that didn't happen even in this world already. Or it'll come up and say something that it ain't got no business saying. You see? So that's why I know it's dumb. It's not like y'all have made that thing to be. It is dumb as dumb can be. But I noticed that the Father says something that was really powerful. He said, narrow is the gate that leads to the way. But Deborah, there's only few that find it. So people are not going to find the way. To the narrow gate, through the narrow gate, even the gate at the end. Don't think he don't know that. If you think that those who are going to be going to and fro looking for the word, no, those who already have the word, it's going to be with them. See, the word, the spirit and truth and that light going to follow them all the way. All the way. While 99.9 go on these devil platforms and listen to these clowns, especially with all this cuckoo clock stuff about dreams and vision. I got up at 5 this morning and was thinking about dreams and vision and just decided to, wait a minute. I said, Father, but what was Peter saying? Peter was talking just like someone was saying about the spirit. But if you look and see the spirit that came into them, it's not the same way he's going to do it in Mount Zion. Is it the same self-spirit? Yes. But here he's going to pour it out upon them. He ain't giving them power. He ain't going to teach them all things like he did the day of Pentecost. They needed to start the church. See, their whole mission was different, people. That's why you have to really understand what Peter is saying, which I fully understand. He was just giving us the idea of the same spirit that's going to do what he's going to do in daytime, he's going to do it also in the end times when he poured out in Mount Zion. What got me at Mount Zion is, let me show you what I did. So I said, okay, if he's going to pour out his spirit, why is Peter saying in the last days? And why is Amos and Joel said in the last days, he's going to pour out his spirit on all flesh. You see? So here go Peter saying he's going to pour out his spirit on all flesh. So what the Father say, he say, okay, Deborah, you know, when it says that in past time he talked to us through the prophets, but in the last time, in the last days, he will talk. Watch this, y'all. He will talk to us by the Yeshua HaMashiach, okay, by the Spirit. Okay, now watch this here. Right then, he shows you that the last days, it can be the same as Peter in them time as it is in the day of Mount Zion, the last days. Okay, but when you go into it where he said in the last days, in Peter time, he didn't pour out his spirit on everybody. You see what I'm saying? In the last days, he's going to pour out his spirit in Mount Zion on all mankind. And I like that because when he's saying all mankind, he's just letting you know. Y'all better stop acting a fool and start trying to come together as much light as possible, because we all going to be seen on the other side. I mean, all nationalities. So all this crap about Judah, all this crap about just Israel, that's a lie from the pit of hell. Because when he pulled up and he said, on my servant, I said, hold up. I got a problem. Deborah, I said, Father, you called them your servant. They are mine. You see? So when the Hebrews are saying they're going to serve us, they're going to do this, they're going to do, no, hold up. He made a big difference when he said he's going to pour out his spirit upon all people, on all. But he said his daughter, your daughters and sons shall prophesy. Your daughters and sons shall prophesy. Your men shall dream dreams. Your young man shall see vision. He said yours. But when he got down to the strangers, hallelujah, he called them, and my servant. He said, and my servant and handmaid, I will pour out my spirit upon them as well. See, because what I learned was, if the stranger is coming in through faith and belief, identical to the way I was teaching y'all, faith and belief is a brand of the Most High Yah from the kingdom. So they are his servant. And he makes it known in Joel and Amos, and when Peter said, go back and read it. Why is he saying, I'm going to pour out my spirit on your daughters and sons? Your fathers, your old men shall dream dreams. Your sons shall see visions. But when he got down to, on the handmaid and the servants, he called them, and on my servant and my handmaid. Why? Because strangers, if they are detached to the root, it's because they are the servants of the Most High Yah. So they're not detached because of Judah. They're not detached because of Israel. They detached because they were the servants that the Father sent down. You see, were they servants and handmaids back in Peter time? No. But in the end days, he said they're going to be servers and handmaids. But when you read it, you'll see it. You'll see how. And Yah said, even his handmaid and even his servants, he will pour out his spirit upon. And he was speaking of the strangers. So all that stuff, let me tell y'all, if you sit here, if people are that sick, I had an issue today. I had a real big issue because, again, I had to talk to this man again regarding what I said. And he was saying to me, you said that and the power in what you said, I never thought of it like that. I said 99.9 wouldn't. I told him that people are on this earth. This is what I told him about a week ago. I said, people are on this earth and they getting away with everything. I mean, everything. And he said to me, no, they ain't getting away with everything. So they think they're getting away with everything. I said, hold up. They're getting away with everything. Because they're getting away with everything that they're doing on this side. Do you think they really give a rest behind about what's on the other side? They don't care about what's on the other side. That's why they're doing what they're doing on this side. And whatever they're doing, they're getting away with it. And he talked to me, about 3 days ago, we got back on that subject. And he started to see the light. But today, he broke down some things and he said, he went on to talk about he's been seeing everything that's going on in the world. He said, and they're doing it by a great number. I said, so they're doing it by a great number. So are they getting away with it? He said, yes, Sister Deborah, they're getting away with it. See, I said, see that? That's all I want people to understand. People are getting away with everything they're doing. What you're seeing today is off the chain. Only thing about it is I can't seem to grip why. And this is what I'm hoping. I'm going to get off of here at 6:30 for us, my Sabbath. I'm hoping to go into Sabbath and the Father deal with me on that. If he got to whoop my tail, just whoop my tail. Whatever you need to do, Father, just whoop me down. You got to break me, break me. But I sure like to know, how is it anybody going to escape the sickness that's on this earth? And how people are doing so many wicked and evil things. You to be able to do that to stuff that people are doing in this world today. What kind of heart could these people have? Truly, you ain't coming for Judah like that. Truly, you ain't coming for the heathens and the Gentiles like that. Surely, Father, you can't be coming for them. Please don't be coming for them. So my thing is, Father, just like I told this man. So it took him a whole week. And every time he came back Wednesday, he started to change. He came back today. He said, he was trying to explain to me about this one man. He owned some type of service. I don't know if it was a transportation service. I think he said. I think that's what he said. And he had killed so many people, so many women. And I said, oh, yeah? I'm sitting here listening. I'm a good hearer, y'all. I'm sitting here listening to him. And he said, do you know, they said he didn't kill so many, they can't even number it. And he was on TV just as laughing and like he ain't done nothing. And telling them that he didn't kill so many, he can't even number it. They found, I think he said 20 of them. I said, so 20 women went missing. It could have been 20 mothers, 20 daughters, 20 aunts, or whatever. Just imagine their family never seeing them again. Said he'd been doing it for years. I said, so did not he get, I said to him, when I listened to him, I said, did not he get away with it? He said, he sure did. And that's when he went breaking down to me that, hey, he understood what I was saying. Because a lot of y'all, you think you know something, you don't know a rat's behind. It's when the Father allowed you to see the reality of what's going on in this world. See, a lot of y'all don't understand why you ain't headed to the narrow gate. You don't even know the way. But you open that broad gate up, all of y'all take off running. And you run all the way to the end of the broad gate. That's how much many of you are in love with the broad gate. That's why you don't care if you don't have the food for your spirit. But you're going to care. You're going to care. But it's going to take him to stand back and say, okay, my hands is back from it. Let what y'all do. when they bring that glitch out of AI onto y'all tears. When it's time, you're going to be running all over the place trying to find a place where you can get a word. You ain't going to have it. That's why I tell y'all it's so important to get that word in your spirit. What did I tell y'all for how many years? 4 years? Where's your backpack? You still got your spiritual backpack? Put that in it. You see, I keep telling these people you have to have a spiritual backpack. So whatever go down, A-I, A-B, A-C, A-D, E, F, G, no matter what go down, you'll have a spiritual backpack to walk in the midst of the storm and darkness. You'll still be okay. To where many will fall to your left, to your right, because they can't handle it. But you can handle it because you got a spiritual backpack. You've been eating the food of the spirit. You got your light in your right hand and you can see your way. So you ain't going to be included in those who's going to and fro trying to find the word, because the word going to already have you found in him. You see how much sense that makes? But they rather watch Rumble and hear these men and women talking about dreams and vision. Y'all ain't caught up in these people's dreams and vision. Why? Because it don't bring him glory, people. The dreams and vision is not going to bring him glory. You think he's going to pour out his spirit upon them people in Mount Zion for them to bring themselves glory? No, so that they can bring him glory. Oh, I found out so much today, y'all. The Spirit taught me a lot this morning at 5 this morning. Ooh, I got some things to talk about. Oh, yes. I had no idea David. Ooh, Father, y'all. I better not go there, Father. I have to wait till you get me in that Sabbath and whip my butt. Because let me tell y'all something. Just knowing David, y'all missed Hamashiach. Before he was what the world called Christ, Hamashiach, he was the beloved. He was that lamb. Let me tell you, David was saying all the time, my Lord said to the Lord. Woo! You know who he was talking about? Well, we now call Christ and Hamashiach. David already knew that there was a different one than the capital, Yah. And who was that? The son of Yah. Nebuchadnezzar, when he saw them Hebrew boys in there, what did he say? He just said, it looks like it's the Son of Man. Did he say that? It looks like, didn't we put 3? But it looks like the Son of Yah. That's the Mashiach. That beloved Son that he created before the foundation of the world to come down and step in the flesh of man. That's why he said, Emmanuel with thee, meaning Yah with you. He came through Hamashiach, the Mashiach. I think that's it, which the world called Christ. See, you can't call him Christ and don't know what Christ is. See, you can't call, you can call me whatever you want. Don't mean you know me. You see what I'm saying? So that's how it is with Christ. People think, oh, Jesus Christ, when that kills me, when they say, in the name of Jesus, in the name, sit your tails down. Jesus, as you know him, couldn't raise himself from the dead because he couldn't stop himself from getting killed on the cross. Think, people. So how did he get up? Hamashiach, Christ, the Mashiach. So you want me to tell you where else he was? All up in David. All up in David. That's why David gonna pull up. He's in Mount Zion. He gonna raise David up, coming as the Mashiach, the Hamashiach. That's who that's going to come. That's what he's talking about. He's going to raise David up. David, what I learned was David didn't come out of Israel. David came out of Judah. I was like, no, Father God, don't do that to me. Don't do that to me, Father God. Don't do that to me. Yeah, Deborah. That's why I can't believe. And I sit there and I know I shouldn't wore the Father out all day. Father, you see all the stuff they're doing. How could you even be wanting to bring them out? Oh, Deborah, don't get it wrong. Don't forget, I measured a man's heart. So what you see on and what you see going on don't mean I'm bringing them in. I'm going for the inside. I ain't going for the so they can cut up all they want on the outside because that identify who they are on the inside. I ain't going for that. See, I ain't going for it. See, I know what I'm coming for. You see, and it might be a person that's sinned and done wrong, but hey, ain't nobody gonna come up in here been murdering and killing and drugging and raping and all. See, because I'm going hard, and I'm going to the heart of the spirit of who they are. I'm not going to the heart of who they are in the flesh. Oh no, Judah ain't coming up on me in the flesh with a heart in the spirit that's dark. Oh no, you ain't coming up on him like that. But to hear about David, I said, so that's why David pulling up in the end. David gonna be up on Mount Zion. Yeah, he Judah. I said, I didn't know that. Father, I didn't know that. Yeah, David is Judah. And when I read that, I was like, but that makes so much sense, Father. He said, it is what it is. I said, see, these Hebrew Israelites, they can't grip that. They couldn't grip why Revelation keep talking about David pulling up. They can't grip Ezekiel chapter 37 and 38, I think it is too, talking about David pulling up in Mount Zion. See, they can't grip it because they never knew that David was detached to the lowercase Lord. That was his Lord. A lot of times he was talking to the Mashiach, the Hamashiach, with the word called Christ. That's that only begotten. So that leads you to understand, see, that only begotten existed all this time. When the lamb was slaughtered, the lamb had to have been detached to Hamashiach. Because watch this. Nebuchadnezzar said, I see. Did we put 3 in there? Hold up. It looks like the Son of Yah up in here. He didn't say the Son of Man. He didn't say the Son of Man. He said the Son of Yah. You see that? The Son of Yah. He didn't say the Son. And I sit there and I said, but Father, Melchizedek. What about Melchizedek? What? They so lost with it. Leave them alone. Leave them alone. When they lost in stuff, Deborah, they lost in me. You see? Because they reject me. They reject spirit and truth. They reject the light. They reject anything that has to do with me. Because when you speak of David, and I said, well, David, I heard David kept saying it. He kept saying it over in Psalms. Lord. And then he'll say, my Lord said to the Lord. We know it ain't, that's man-made putting the word Lord in there. But he's actually telling you his God said something to the ultimate God. You see, he's talking about the power of who Hamashiach is, which is Christ. So this entity, when it tells you that sitting on the throne is that entity gonna pull up and take the book, the book out of the hand. And what they did, devil is a liar, because they would try to, I think they knew. I think they just put it in there and screw all y'all up. Because it tells you how that lamb is gonna come up out. But the lamb, it also tells you about the Lion of Judah. You see? So it tells you that too. So what it leads me to understand is that Hamashiach, The Messiah, the Mashiach was present all the time. He was never Yeshua. He was never the Son of Man. He was always the Son of Yah. He had always existed because I knew he was Melchizedek. I knew that. But you can't convince a world. And that's why I told my son, I had to tell him, I said, we ain't going into that road talking about nothing what the world said about my Most High. This world can't tell me nothing about the one I serve. I don't even want to know what they think about him. I don't want to know what they feel about him. I don't want to know what they understand about him. I don't want to know what they think, feel, understand, or know, or think they know about my Most High Yah. Stand down, world. You don't know nothing about him. So you can't say nothing about him. And I don't want to hear who he is to you. Or what you think he did and how he did it. I don't want to hear that. I know who he is. You don't. So I told him, no, we ain't gonna make any videos we gonna make, it's gonna be glorifying the Most High Yah for who he is, based on who he was and who he's gonna be. We ain't giving no word, no glory, nowhere. You ain't gonna come up on this page and try to justify why he let the children die, why he killed everybody in the day of Noah. Sit your tails down and recognize who you dealing with. Oh yeah, you're gonna recognize when that AI strike that system and bring your tail down. And that's when the one world system gonna be ready for you. I don't know if they're gonna do digital or what. They're gonna be ready for your tail. You're gonna be saying, give me it. I want digital. I want one world system. I want, give me whatever you got. I want to join. Why? Because they're gonna drop you. They're gonna drop you like you're hot. Because they're gonna drop your tails. And I thought about it for the last 2 weeks, and I was like, something is shifting. And I just know there's something going on. It just feels like it's going to be some sort of move. I don't know if it's going to be AI right now, but I know AI just got in, and they took over everything. And people do not know it has taken over everything. They have no idea in this country. That means you ain't gonna even be able to. You sit here talking about one world system and one world government, baby. Let me tell you, AI finna mess up the system that you have now for that very purpose, to usher in that one world system. You ain't gonna have no other choice, baby. Once they delete this one, that's what they're gonna open another one up. And that's the whole idea of bringing AI, so it can wipe out the system, baby. And while y'all want to play and skate and play and all that AI, play your tail on. Go on, take your tail on out there and play in it. Because it ain't nothing about AI. Because I sit and I said, well, Father, every question that I ask, I just need to just stick with what you tell me and not try to get information to feed people so they'll know the difference in what you saying versus what they used to read. So I have to more so I'm going to have to be able to speak like I'm speaking now, because of what not only with AI, but with everything, system and everything. You know, like I told y'all, they ain't never got on my computer and start saying, well, we investigating your page. Let me see if they haven't said it. I don't see it today. But that's what they were doing. Then they shut it off, y'all. They shut the phone page on my phone when I video. They shut that bad boy off. You see? And on here they are on here. They on the laptop. They didn't do it like that. They only did it through the phone because they weren't able to stop the people from viewing it. So that was their only way to do it, is to shut it down. And I sat back and watched them do it from my own phone, watching them putting them words up there. And I said, they don't even think that. I guess they figured everybody's so stupid. And that's what the elites. I realized their power were given to them by the strength of the people. That's how the Spirit explained it to me. The people gave them their power. He said it to me that it's impossible for the elites to be as powerful as they are, even if they were with Satan. For it to be that powerful, it's all had to do with the people giving them that power. And I'm 100%, that's how I keep whining to him, telling him, why is the people not stopping and saying nothing? Or, oh no, they so busy about Epstein. They done showed you everything Epstein and Donald Trump and Obama, everybody done, and you still running around here. They showed you, so what? We gave it to you, what you gonna do about it? We've been eating kids, we've been eating flesh, we've been using organs, and we've been doing all this. What you gotta do about it? They done told y'all the worst of the worst, and people still walking around like, so what? So now, when AI bring your tail down, let's see what you gonna do then. Let's see where you're gonna stand, because it's gonna bring your tails down. It's gonna bring your tails all the way down. And if you don't have spirit and truth in your backpack and your light in your right hand, oh, it's on. It's on. So all this time, I'm sitting here saying to the Father, I said, Father, I got all these videos on here, and they would come and they would tamper and bother with mine, and all them people got all those subscribers and all those likes and all those support. But why would they come over here and bother mine? He said, because you said something. But guess what? The ones that are listening, guess what? They getting spirit and truth. They backpack. They got stuff to go on and run on. These people out here, they ain't got nothing. When they leave all these platforms, when AI glitch hit, and they're going to do a trial. When they do that trial, you go then say, that's what Sister Debbie talking about. They're going to do some trials. They're going to first do some trials where AI going to be doing some things they ain't got no business doing. It's them doing it, y'all. It's not AI. It's them. They just tested it, make sure it bring that system down like they wanted to. So you're going to see them start talking about what AI is doing this, and we having a problem with AI here, and we having a problem with AI there. That's how they're going to do it. That's how and then they're going to try to make you think it's not them. But the people didn't let them get the power they got now. They wouldn't have been eating the kids and organ trafficking and all these drugs they got, these pharmaceuticals giving you food to kill you, and medication to kill you, food, all kind of chemicals in your food, and study putting chemicals in there, and everybody walking around, we just live it. That's how they gain their power. I always wondered about that. How did they get that length of power? 1% of the population ruling the whole world. How did they get that? And the Father wanted me to understand it wasn't Satan. So don't ever think it. The people played such a big role. When they know that these people were doing wrong and things were done wrong, they were partaker in it. Just imagine when you're hanging somebody from a tree and you got all the kids out there and everybody out there looking at that, and they don't see nothing wrong with it. See, a lot of people look at that and they will say, well, why are we adding that? Or why? I'm just showing you. This thing didn't start today. And what Sister Deborah said, you can make it look like because Sister Deborah said it, or when it did it, I thought it started today. No. That's how they got the power that they have. It's because this didn't start today. To where when you saw P. Daddy and you see P. Daddy and Will Smith, Will Smith should have been under the jail cell. They should have had him and Puff Daddy in the same jail. But you show you what kind of power is holding them up. P. Daddy can't come out right now because they trying to get him to understand something. They telling him, no, we're gonna keep you in there. We ain't playing. When you come out, you better not open your mouth. If we let you out. If we feel you gonna something to let your mouth, we're gonna push back your day. So they don't want him to come out because they don't want him to open his mouth. Because they could have took him out. But they don't want him to open his mouth. Like Epstein. Epstein ain't dead. He ain't never been dead. Stupid people. When they first come out, he died in the cell. I said, they good for lying. And whatever, Father. The people believe anything they tell them. I come with spirit and truth. They don't believe nothing I say. But that's also the same as it was in the ancient time. When Yah would send his one servant to give spirit and truth and light. Instead of them taking on and eating the food of the spirit and spitting out the bones, or eating the food of the spirit and let it weigh onto their flesh, Guess what they were out there doing, y'all? Finding a way that they can kill that one person that's speaking spirit and truth. If you don't see something wrong with that, I don't know what's wrong with you. You see? So it's just showing you that's way back in ancient day. So it's been going on. Say, why would you even waste your time trying to kill that one person? And it's a million of you all. If you don't want to listen to them, don't listen to them. But see, what y'all don't understand. It's spirit. It's the light. It counteracts every darkness, and the darkness don't want the light in the midst at all. They will come onto this page, and the first 3 words you say, if they so used to darkness, and I'm like, good, bye-bye, have a good one. I'm not hurt. I almost got 3,000 videos online. You think it bothered me? Because bye-bye. You see? So it shows you it's the same thing, y'all. It's just routing itself all over again. You see, they don't want to hear truth. And I, Sister Deborah, going to have to get off here because I have to go into my Sabbath and close down everything. Phone, TV, laptop, everything. So I, Sister Deborah, appreciate each and every last one of you all hearing her time to talk. And I'll be back after Sabbath. I know he got some good word for me. He gonna whoop my butt, though. I can tell you that. He gonna whoop me real good. He gonna whoop me real good. So I, Sister Deborah, say shalom and shalom. Appreciate each and every last one of you all joining me. And I will be back. Shalom and shalom.